everyone, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. Today I am building a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom cottage in the world of Henford on Bagley. This is actually the lot at the very top of the hill by the waterfalls. I think it's like Cordelia's secret, something like that. I don't remember the name of the lot. It wasn't here when I loaded into it because I've done a lot of building in this save file. But anyway, today I wanted to build something inspired by the holiday of Hanukkah. This is something I started doing last year. I built an apartment last year, renovated, decorated an apartment last year for the first night of Hanukkah, and a lot of you really enjoyed that and were very happy about it. And so I thought I would do the same thing again today or this year, although it's not the first night of Hanukkah today because I didn't get this done in time, but it is still Hanukkah, so happy Hanukkah to everyone. And I hope you enjoy this build. It's just like a cozy little cottage that has some decorations for the holiday. I know this time of year it's super popular to see a lot of Christmas builds, and I will definitely be putting some of those out as well because that is the holiday that I celebrate. But I know this is another holiday around this time of year, and I had a lot of fun decorating an apartment last year, so we have a cottage this year, and I think this was a specific suggestion from one of you as well. I was asked if I was going to do a Hanukkah build, and I also got a suggestion to do like a cozy, snowy cottage. So yeah, I hope you do enjoy this. If you do and you would like to download it, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag MissGryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. I was a little bit indecisive on the exterior on what wallpapers I wanted to use. The stone I'm using is going to stay, but the brown siding is going to change to a different one in the end. Although I really like this one looking back at it. I think it pops out a lot more against the snow, but I did change it, but this is something you can easily change back if you prefer. I also used some of the snow piles from Debug from Snowy Escape, as well as the trees that have clumps of snow in them as well. Just so pretty, and I love the detail on that. I also decided to add a wreath and some garland on the outside of the house just to add a little bit of extra decoration that has like the blue colors in it. I don't think this was really necessary. I just wanted to add a little bit something more to the exterior that was like, this is decorated for a holiday. Whereas when I was doing an apartment, I don't ever in thumbnails like show the exterior of the build. So that's why that's here. I don't think that was as necessary. Most of the decorations are on the inside, and I don't think I went too over the top, but you guys can let me know. But yeah, the outside is coming together here. I'm just getting this little like fake bump out in the roof here to add a little bit more decoration, and adding some flower pots on there as well, and a little walkway up to the yard, as well as some greenery that's kind of covered in snow. And I don't know, I really like decorating in the snow, and these snow piles in particular from Snowy Escape are one of my favorite items. They just look so realistic, and since we don't have actual snow depth in the game, I think it's cool to be able to add them in that way. But look at the trees with the chunks of snow. I am so ready for there to be some major snow here. It's only snowed somewhat once. We got a little bit when I was driving home from Thanksgiving with my boyfriend's family, and it wasn't really enough to stick at all. So I'm just so ready for like the big piles of snow. My dog loves it. I want to take him out jumping through the snow. I think it'll be so much fun. Let me know if you live in an area that gets snow and what your thoughts are on it. Do you enjoy it? Do you like watching it come down, or are you just mad that you have to dig out your car? Because I understand both of those. I know last year on my birthday, we got like 3 feet of snow in the matter of a few hours. I was streaming all day for my birthday. I think it was like for 8 hours. And when I started, there was no snow on the ground. And when I ended, you couldn't see out the door. It was just a wall of snow. So that was kind of fun. Anyway, here we are working on the floor plan. I do change it a few different times. I think I kept in portions of the indecisiveness because I really didn't know where I wanted to put the kitchen, and I wanted to fit a bathroom, and I wanted to have a primary bedroom on the bottom floor. And yeah, both the top and bottom floor, I was a bit confused on how I was going to fit everything in that I wanted to. So I go back and forth quite a bit, and I'm pretty sure I left a good chunk of that in because it wouldn't have made sense to watch if I didn't show the process. But basically upstairs, there's only a very small bathroom that's 2x2. It's a 4-tile bathroom. And then downstairs, there are 2 bathrooms. There is a large one that is the ensuite for the primary bedroom. And then there's a much smaller half bathroom, which is not how I have it laid out now. I do change that a little bit later when I decide to furnish them. But I think it works out okay in the end. And then I also was thinking the fridge and like the kitchen space was going to be right here, but that's not where it ended up going either. This was just one that the floor plan didn't come together right away. Actually, I had a suggestion recently. I posted on my community tab asking for suggestions on what build challenges you guys would like me to do. And I know there were a lot of suggestions that were not build challenges, but one that caught my attention was doing a build where I do the floor plan before I build the exterior. So I might do something like that sometime soon. I'm not sure if I would do that in real time challenge mode or if I would just do that and voice it over like this, but I think that sounds kind of fun. That might be one that I give a go to. If you have any suggestions for some build challenges or builds in general, make sure you comment those down below. But build challenges in specific, I have a community tab post you should check out, so that I will look there for all of the various suggestions for that. But anyway, this is going to be just a little side table I have over here. This is where I put the menorah. Last year when I did this, I used the one that came from the holiday pack. That's like a more simple design. But since I was going for this like quaint little cottage, I decided I wanted to use the fancier one that looks more like a tree. I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be, but it's beautiful. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I really like that. And there's some presents under the table there as well. And then there's just going to be the fireplace over here with a couple of paintings above it. And I'm going to have a little like table off to the side for a television for your Sims to go ahead and watch. But I decided on these paintings from, oh wait, I got rid of them. I forgot I got rid of those. I like those ones from, are those from Cats and Dogs? Yeah, from Cats and Dogs. But I didn't keep them in the end. I ended up picking out kind of a goofy painting for above the couch, one that I think is awesome that it comes in the game, and it's also from Cats and Dogs. But it's not one I use very often because it's kind of goofy, and you'll see what I mean when we get to it. I'm just picking out a lamp first, and I also used the couch and chair that came with Cottage Living. I thought that those were absolutely perfect for this area, and then getting some curtains as well. But we should be getting to it here shortly after I get the rug and possibly a coffee table. The painting I put above the fireplace is actually the one of like the dogs playing poker. And I'm pretty sure I should be grabbing that here shortly. Maybe, possibly. We're getting lots of candles first before I decide that. Oh, and I hung up these cards in the front of the fireplace, which I always think is a really cute thing to do. I think it's just hanging things on the fireplace and putting things on display on the fireplace. I just really like doing that. I wish there was an easier way, or there was like slots on the fireplace and you didn't have to delete the wall for it. But this is the painting I was talking about. Oh, they're not playing poker. They're playing Don't Wake the Llama. But it's like mimicking that real life painting. I thought that that could be something maybe the kids picked out. They just loved it and they needed it. And it ended up in the living room. So anyway, just adding some more clutter, get some books over here by the TV. There's some cards and a plant over on that table now as well. And then we're moving on into the kitchen, which is super cute. It's so small, and I ended up using these base game countertops in here. And yeah, I think it came out okay. I was very indecisive though on whether or not I wanted to have another wreath on the inside or some of those other decorations that came from the holiday pack. I just kept moving things around and not sure what I wanted to use. So those just kind of move around for a while. I don't think I end up using the wreath anywhere. I just delete that. But the little string of dreidels, I think, ends up in the kitchen hanging in the window, which I think is really cute. I do like the little garland things that we have for all of the different holidays in the game. I'm glad that we have those. But yeah, just adding a different tile in here. I love this one from Parenthood, probably in this swatch too. I love blue. So I really wanted to use that one in here. I think it's super pretty. And then we just have some other kitchen clutter. We have some jars over in the corner or some canisters. I'm not sure what word I would use for that. And then just trying to figure out what else I want to put in here. Scrolling through all of Debug, getting these plates, which is something that took us so long to get. Those came with Snowy Escape. And that's just something I feel like I wanted for so long, was just a stack of plates. There's a bunch of basic items that would be nice to have, like a toaster or a blender. Oh, but would I be bothered if they weren't functional? I think a blender I would want to be functional, but I'd be fine with a toaster not being functional. But it would be cool to like have toaster pastries and like toaster waffles and things like that. So maybe I would want it functional. Ooh, there's so many different things that I would love to see added in the game, and I don't know if we'll ever get them. But anyway, just adding a shelf over here and then moving on into the downstairs bathrooms. This is where I decided I wanted to change the size of these because I thought it made more sense for the bedroom that has a bathroom down here to have like a full size everything, but the bathroom that like guests would use doesn't need to be a full bathroom. It's just a half bath. So that's what I did over here. And then the upstairs bathroom for the kids has everything you would need in it, although it doesn't have a tub, but I did decorate it for kids that were not toddlers, so that shouldn't be a problem. And then if you have a dog or a cat and you want to have them bathed, although I don't know if you can bathe the cats, but if you need to bathe your dog, there's a tub down here, or if they have another child, they can use that tub. But this is the primary bedroom. It ends up being like blue and stones. And I ended up using this bed from Cottage Living as well. It has so many pretty swatches on it, but I don't like the ones that have the black frame with the gold bits. I just don't like gold personally, so I always steer away from it. I know the curtain rods in this room are gold. I wish they weren't, but it kind of matches in with the leaves on the curtain, so that one didn't bother me as much. And then I'm just going to be getting a dresser over here in the corner. I used a base game one that matched the floor in this room, and I tried to get a plant over here. Did I keep the hanging plant? And then I got a matching chair that is from the living room, and there ends up being another one of those chairs in this build as well that I grab a little bit later. It goes upstairs in the hallway. I just think it's such a cozy looking chair. And then I wanted to have a mirror over here between the two doors. This is the door to the main living room and the door to their ensuite bathroom. And then in the like back room, mud room that leads you to the backyard, which isn't a fenced in backyard, there's not much back there. I believe I end up adding a like monkey bar set, but that's where I put laundry. And then we're moving upstairs to the kids' bedrooms. One of these I decorated as more for like a teen, maybe like a tween, like a preteen, and the other one was more for a child. Speaking of which, who was it? I just saw there was a mod posted recently that added like preteens to the game. I'm gonna have to check that out. That sounds awesome. But I was whenever I build teenager bedrooms, I'm always thinking of that age, not like teen. I don't know why. I always think of like 12. So that tends to be what I'm thinking about when I do these rooms. But I think this one came out really cute in the end. It's like purple-ish for the most part. There's some pink tones in here and lots of browns. And I do like some built-in seating here under the window and put like an ottoman through there, so it looks like there's, you know, a window seat, and there's a desk in this space as well. I didn't give them a computer. I just gave them a desk that has like a makeup on it. I was thinking maybe they do their makeup over there. I didn't put a mirror above it. I should have done that because it could be like a makeshift vanity, but I didn't think to do that for some reason. But I did get some butterfly posters in here, which I thought were pretty cute. I've always thought that those were nice. They're base game, I'm pretty sure, or maybe they're not. Is the butterfly not base game? It might be kids' room stuff. I think it's kids' room stuff. I've always thought that was a nice item, though, because I feel like I know a lot of people that growing up had something very similar in their room, either like that, or maybe it was like preserved actual butterflies. I definitely saw a lot of that when I was growing up, so I just think it's cool to have in the game. And getting some textbooks and a book bag over here, some pens and pencils, and then we're on into the other kids' room, which is very green and like naturey, and I thought that they were into reading and animals, so they have like some cat or dog posters up here, and I just think it comes out really cute. In the end, I added a bookcase that was added to base game with the toddler update, which is a bit of a fun one, and I believe I add like an ottoman over in the corner. I was thinking this could be like a little reading nook, and a mirror up above that, as well as some more posters up above the dresser, and a couple of knickknacks and stuff, some more books, and a place to put some money, like a piggy bank. And that's pretty much it for this build. Just gonna get that chair here in the hallway and add those monkey bars outside before we head on into screenshots. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Happy Hanukkah! Bye everyone!